If you're taking Ozempic or Zepbound and the weight isn't moving, you're probably doing it wrong. Millions of people are on the shot right now, but most don't know how the medication actually works. And here's the secret most people miss. This was never a weight loss drug. That was me when I was 225 pounds. This video is actually how to lose weight on Semaglutide or Tirzepatide. How to get started and how to not waste the first 3 months from somebody who prescribes them and takes one. 7 things, what you're actually taking, why it exists, and that story is stranger than you think. How it works in your body, the dose where you start, where you end up, and why you don't rush it. The shot itself is once a week, and I'll show you why that matters. What do you have to do around the medication? Because the medication alone is not the plan. And what happens when you actually get there? By the end, you'll know how this works and what to ask for. Now, 3 kinds of people are watching this video. If you tried every diet out there, years of yo-yo dieting, nothing that ever stuck, and you're thinking about starting but haven't yet. If you're curious, still learning, and want to know how to get started, stay and watch all of this. I promise it won't waste your time. If you already decided and you just want to know how to actually get started, that's step 4 and 5. Stay with me for that. And if you're already on one and you're not getting the results you expected, honestly, you might be the person who needs this the most. 9 times out of 10, it's not the medication. It's one of the things in step 4, 5, or 6. So stay to the end. Quick ground rule. This is educational, not medical advice. And anything I tell you about my own body is my body, not a promise about yours. Everyone is different, how they respond to each medication. Let me tell you how I ended up on one. I'm Dr. Lee. I've been prescribing and treating patients on GLP-1 since 2021, back when they first came out, when nobody knew how to spell them, pronounce them, or even knew what they were. And I'm a user myself. I was writing these prescriptions all day long for diabetics to bring their hemoglobin A1C down and for people who wanted to lose weight. And honestly, I thought it was going to be another fad. Like one of those things you see on late night infomercials for you older people like me. Sounds amazing, and 6 months later, nobody remembers it. When they came back for the refills at the 3 months visit, and they lost weight, but it kept going on. And I started moving just a little from skepticism to could this actually be something? Then more people asked me for it. They kept losing weight, and they kept it off. Then at 6 months plus, I'm watching patient after patient hit their goal weight, looking totally different than before. Some of them I almost didn't recognize, and they were telling me they loved it. That's when it really caught my attention, and I knew I had to try it myself by then. And I realized this is not a fad, this is the real deal. Meanwhile, I'm going home to my overweight body. By 2022, I was over 225 pounds, probably the heaviest I've ever been. And COVID didn't help. Everybody was home. Everybody was eating. Everybody was gaining weight. That happened to me too. And it wasn't just the scale. My blood pressure was creeping up. The cholesterol was creeping up. That's metabolic syndrome. Heading toward pre-diabetes, blood sugar high enough to be a warning, not high enough to be diabetes yet. I'm a physician, and I knew I had to do something about my own health with that situation. Diet and exercise alone just wasn't going to do it. I had to face that reality. And here's the harder truth. Yo-yo dieting over and over can actually make the next attempt tougher. At that point, a GLP-1 probably is the best recommendation there is after seeing all my patients lose weight, and I knew I had to do it as well. So I did what I've been telling my patients to do. I started Semaglutide just like they were. The food noise got a lot quieter. It helped a lot. I was definitely feeling more full on smaller portions. I noticed the weight coming off. 3 months later, our clinic had access to Tirzepatide. So I switched to that and stayed on it. I liked it a lot more. For me, it was stronger. Now, I'm at 155 pounds today, 70 pounds off, and still keeping it off. That's my result in my body. Not an average, not a promise, not what I'm telling you to expect. Because here's the most honest sentence in this video. I have patients who did the exact opposite of me. Semaglutide was their answer, not Tirzepatide. The same 2 medications ranked differently in different bodies, which is why step 6 matters more than the drug. Step 1, know what you're actually taking. Patients ask me every day, which one is better, Semaglutide or Tirzepatide? And here's where people get confused with the names. So let's get this straight once and for all. Tirzepatide is the generic name, the actual medicine. The brand names are Mounjaro and Zepbound. Same medicine, two brands. Semaglutide is the generic name for the other one. The brand names are Ozempic and Wegovy. Same medicine, two brands. So those four names you keep hearing, Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound, are only two medicines. You've probably also heard about a third one, retatrutide. It's not FDA approved yet, still in trials, so I'm not getting into it here. So this video is about what's actually approved and actually available. They're both GLP-1s, one family of medication. They've been out a while now, and they both work. So you're not standing in front of a right answer and a wrong answer. You're standing in front of two different tools, and one of them fits your body better. Step 2, know why it exists. Here's a part that surprises almost everybody. These medications were not built for weight loss. They were built for diabetes. Diabetes is too much sugar sitting in your blood, and that causes a lot of bad things. These were designed to bring your blood sugar down, to lower your hemoglobin A1C. Hemoglobin A1C is just a 3-month average of your blood sugar. And then something happened. The patients taking them started losing weight. Nobody designed that. It was a side effect. It's like Viagra. Viagra was developed for blood pressure and chest pain. That's what it was for. And in the trials, the men reported a side effect. They were getting erections. Nobody remembers what it was built for. Everybody remembers the side effect. So same story here with GLP-1s. They were built to lower blood sugar for diabetics, but it's remembered for weight loss. Step 3, know how it works in your body. So how does a diabetes drug take weight off you in these GLP-1s? Two things, only two. One, it turns down the food noise. Food noise, the constant thinking about food, the snack you keep circling back at 9 at night, you keep opening the fridge, what to eat, what can I munch on? The bag of chips in the pantry you always said no to twice, that's food noise. These medications, they turn it down. Not with willpower, chemically. 2, it slows your stomach down. This one has a name, delayed gastric emptying. It means your stomach takes longer to empty out. Food sits in there longer, so you feel full on a lot less food. So when you have the medication in your system, the GLP-1 semaglutide and tirzepatide, and the next time when you sit down to the same plate you always ate, and your body just says, that's enough, I'm full. So it's not you deciding, it's your body, your stomach telling you, you're done. Quieter food noise, plus a stomach that stays full longer, equals smaller portions. Smaller portions equal fewer calories going in, and fewer calories going in that you burn. That becomes a calorie deficit. That's the whole thing. That is the only way anybody has ever lost weight. So the medication, the GLP-1, doesn't break that rule. It makes the rule possible to follow. And this isn't theory. Ran this in about 2,000 people. The same chain I just gave you. Quieter food noise, fuller stomach, smaller portions. By week 68, the average person was down about 15% of their body weight. That's the mechanism. Measured. So all of it in 30 seconds. Semaglutide, tirzepatide. 4 names, 4 brand names. Zepbound, Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy. Built for diabetes, weight loss was a side effect. They quiet the food noise and slow your stomach down. Smaller portions, fewer calories. That's why the weight comes off. You start low and you climb slow because the side effects live in the climb. The medication is 1 shot a week, under the skin, same day, every week, because it lasts about 7 days. Protein, water, and something heavy 2 days a week. Walk a mile a day at least, or even 2, and weight resistance 2 days a week. And if you had medullary thyroid cancer, or meant to, in your family, this isn't for you. That's the whole thing. Look, the medication is the easy part. The medication just means which of the two you're gonna be on, semaglutide or tirzepatide. And look, I know why a lot of people are really taking this. There's a wedding, there's a high school reunion, you've got the Hollywood crowd, the Beverly Hills Wife Club, as I call it. I get it. I'm not here to judge anybody's reason, and whether these are right for you is a medical decision. Somebody has to look at your history first. Not everybody's a candidate. So if you're gonna do this, do it with an actual health goal. Because being overweight was never just about how you look. It drives your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your blood sugar, all of it. Getting to a healthy weight, that's the win. The wedding is just the deadline. Here's what you actually need besides the prescription and medication. You need a team, real people whose whole job is making sure Your questions get answered, not in 3 weeks. That day, somebody checking your weight, telling you if you're on track or if you drifted, stopped losing, or started creeping back up on your weight while there's still time to fix it. And here's the honest reason any of that matters. These medications are expensive. You're paying for this. I don't want you spending a year and a lot of money and not getting where you are going. Make it work. Don't waste it, your time and your money. I'm not just a guy who writes a prescription and gets you the medication. I've been there. I understand every phase of this in the weight loss process and in the maintenance part. The losing part and the part after keeping it off, which is the one nobody prepares you for. If you need to improve your health by lowering your weight, if you're overweight, this is going to be the best thing you can do to live healthier and longer. The opportunity is here right now. Take advantage of it now with these medications, not later when you're sitting there wishing you done something. If you want to learn more, the link's in my description, or come find me on Instagram, comment GLP-1 on any of my posts. That's at GLP-1 Dr. Lee. And tell me in the comments which one you're on and whether it's working. I read them all. Your answers are where the next video comes from. Hit subscribe. I put a new one out every week. I'm Dr. Lee. I'll see you in the next one.